Hello, welcome, what's up? Yeah, so it's time to make this video about what weapons are the most effective against tanks in Battlefield 2042. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold, but yeah, I think we'll manage anyway. So I'm going to test a bunch of different gadgets and stuff and see what damage do they do against tanks. The widgets that we're going to use is the M5 recoilless, the C5 explosives, the anti-tank mine, the repair tool, and G84 TGM. I'm not going to do the javelin because, well, actually, right now it's not even active in the game because this is just days before we get the patch 3.2. But I'm pretty sure the damage model will stay the same anyway. So I'm just going to see how much damage can I actually do using these different gadgets. Well, a tank has 3 different damage areas, or you could say at least. It depends a little bit on exactly what tank it is. But basically you have the low damage area, the normal damage area, and the high damage area. And if you look in the top right corner right now, you can actually see a link to the video where I go through which the different areas are and how to use them, so to say. In that video I also go through the M5 recoilless because that's the easiest tool to use, but just for the sake of it, I mean, I'm just going to go through it quickly in this video as well, just the M5 recoilless, not the damage positions. Typically what you do is you place a mine on the ground like so, and a vehicle drives over it. And what it's kind of important now, if we look at the tank here, you see this game actually keeps track of if the no, oh, okay, my bad. I thought that it were going to be take into consideration which part of the tank actually went over it, because no track came in contact with it. On the other hand, as you see, it didn't actually blow up the tank. It only did 65 damage, which I can see because I am amazing. So let's compare this, and you see this actually a very nice hole in the ground. That's actually kind of beautiful. There should be some water flowing through it, but that's fine. So let's put one mine over here, and let's get the direct hit on the tracks, right? And that actually did exactly the same damage, except that right now, for a short while, the tracks were damaged on the tank. So for a short while, the tank was incapable of moving, which is quite valuable. Let's see. If we put the mine in at the rear of the tank, does that make any difference? Let's put it like so. And yeah, the stupid tank goes back, and boom.
We're in good shape if we can hold this territory.
And it did the same, and it damaged the tracks again. So the tank is actually now it's capable to move again. So it did take it quite some time, right? And now we have the problem that I don't have any ammunition. There we go. There it is. Oh, that's actually beautiful. Look at that. Look at these special effects. That's actually really beautiful. And to make this easier, I'm just going to drop a box so we can get new ammo and we can change the kit, because I prepared the loadouts before. So far, one mine has done 65 damage all the way. What if we put it, let's say, up there? And I didn't expect that. Hello? That's weird. That's just properly weird. But what if we detonate it? So you can actually use mines as C5 basically. You just shoot it once and it explodes, and it does 65 damage again. So apparently mines always does 65 damage. That's pretty boring, isn't it? So you need 2 mines to kill a vehicle, and yeah. But what you can do, let's say you want to destroy this vehicle, right? So you can put 2 mines, 1, 2, and the tank is like, nah, I'm not going there, I'm going backwards. And at that time, what you do is like, the tank is like, well, you just blow it up and you're done, right? Okay, so while we wait for our colleague to get back, let's change to the C5 explosives and let's check it out how that works. So in the meanwhile, C5s is actually quite an interesting weapon again, because in real life, the American army use C4, and I think it's the most common explosives used in American army. And the reason for it is that it's actually really stable. It's a stable explosive. And what that means is that you basically can't make C4 explode by shaking it. And also you can't explode, and that's a difference of course to the game, but you can't blow up C4 by shooting at it. And fire can't blow it off either. So you need a electric shockwave to actually blow it up, which is super useful, because that means that when you have it in your pocket or in your vehicle or whatever, well, it's okay. It's no risk of blowing things up. So super simple. Okay, we're back and we're ready to try the C5. So when you use recoilless, the front of the tank, it's really tanky. There is the position where it makes the less damage. We're just going to try that. And a C5 in front makes 62 damage. No, it doesn't make 62 damage. Oh, good lord. It makes 38 damage. Oh yeah. And what if we put it on the side? How about that? We get the tank is going all the way up, and boom. So again, 38 damage. And if we put it on the rear, so the front and the sides, it's the same amount of damage. Right, I'm just going to quickly prepare my vehicle like so. Okay, we are ready, 100%. Boom. So the rear, however, so at the side and at the front, it does 38 damage. Sorry, math is not my big thing right now. But if you put it on the rear, it actually makes 57 damage. And this is interesting because if you put it on the side or on the front, you need 3 C5s to blow up a tank. Right? 38 damage times 3. That's more than 100, right? But if you put it on the rear, you only need 2 C5. Okay, so let's put it on top of the tank like so. And we're just going to test it. Make sure. Boom. And it does the same. That's 38 damage. Let's repair some again. And so. Go back inside. Beautiful. So my point is that if I use 2 C5, I can actually blow up this tank now. Boom. Yep. There we go. I didn't know that. I thought I had to use 3 C5, whatever the direction. But that's actually super useful. It is. I'm a little bit. I didn't know that. I honestly didn't know. So I'm not exactly sure of how to. So if I just poke once, I mean, it's just like a streaming tool. So it does quite a lot of damage. So I think let's try and see how much damage I can do before the weapon starts need a cooldown. I think that's the most accurate way to measure it. So I'm doing it on the side right now. And I'm actually inflicting a lot of damage. That really is a lot of damage. So that's actually 52 damage. That's 52 damage before the weapon needs a cooldown. So that's That's pretty insane, isn't it? So using repair tool is actually pretty efficient against tanks. That's not bad at all. Okay, so let's just do the recoilless really quickly, because maybe you haven't watched the other video yet, or you just want the full disclosure over here. So using recoilless, it can actually do quite a lot of different where you hit. So basically you have this area in the front where you can hit, and that makes 21 damage. You shouldn't hit there. And you should also know that if you use the Tor tank, it doesn't have that damage reduction in the front. It does the same on the sides as in the front. You shoot it on the side and it does 27 damage. You need 4 recoilless if you're going to shoot it on the side. And then you need 5 recoilless if you shoot in the front. If you hit the rear, yep, it does 34 damage. You only need 3 hits from the rear if you use recoilless. So recoilless is the most sensitive of where you hit it. It makes the most difference, because actually in one loadout you can't kill it unless you hit the rear. Anyway, that's actually not all of them, because I need to do the list as well. Oh yeah, our friend is here. Whoop. And I'm going to step out of the tank so we can step in, like so. And now we have the TGM. So the TGM is as I said, it's a video guided system. So for instance, you can shoot like so, and you use your mouse to fly it around, and you have remaining fuel, and once it goes out, it explodes. You can't reload it. I mean, you can obviously reload it, but the ammunition is not depending on any like source, like a crate or so. Instead, you have a cooldown. So let's see. If I just go into hit from side, boom, and that makes 27 damage. So side hit makes 27 damage, and now we have to wait just a short while to get the next one. And I'm thinking I'm going to make this easy for myself, so I'm just going to stand like this. And this is not the preferred place to be if you're shooting a release rocket, because you can't just fire and forget. You need to follow it through. You can use the afterburner to make it go faster, like so, and then you get this like dark good moment. So hitting in front with release rocket, it makes 27 damage as well. So what about the rear of the tank? I'm going to be kind enough to line up my ass. I'm controlling both players. That's why I'm talking first person on both. All right. So hitting in the rear, and it still makes 27 damage. So Liss rockets, I mean, everyone can say whatever they want, but against tanks, you need a lot of them to actually kill. You need 5 hits with Liss rockets to kill a tank on your own. I mean, no, I can't count. Sorry. You need 4 hits with a Liss rocket to kill a tank of your own. And since you have the cooldown, and since between every shot that I've made so far, the tank is fully repaired. I mean, you can't, using only Liss rockets, you can't take out the tank on your own. It's not possible. Still think it's overpowered? Well, not against tanks at least. But, well, I guess that's it, isn't it? No, sorry. The Irish boxes. Alright, so Irish boxes, put up like this. See the box in front, and it's going to remove the Liss rocket, I'm pretty sure. Oof. Yep, no hit on the tank. And what about mine? Does mines work? Let's 1 and 2. So you can use mine still. Super simple. Mine still works. Beautiful. Yep. There you go. Super simple. And we call in a nice tank again. M5.
I need an armored vehicles here, now!
Welcome. Vehicle assigned and en route.
Wait. Box. C5. Does this affect by the Irish box? Whoop. Yep. You can't use C5 if there's an Irish box. Why do I hear my footage from right there only? Super creepy. Alright. So we are heading for the last recoilless. And I think you know the answer on this already. It takes the recoilless as well. And it takes nades. So it does take pretty much everything except the mines. And as I already said, the mines, you can actually... The mines, you can actually use them as C5. You can shoot them. The tank doesn't have to move. I mean, that's pretty useful, right? And if we're in something like this... Yeah, this bad boy is not affected by the active protection system. And additionally... Let's jump down. Let's get faster.
It's over. This battle is won.
Yeah. Did I take 45 minutes recording this? Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. Anyway. Yeah, so that's it. I think that concludes it all. I think that if you're looking for effectiveness against tanks, this C5 is pretty efficient. You can kill it with only 2 C5s, but on the other hand, the mines can't be removed by the active protection system. So be aware of it now when active protection system is unlocked for all tanks, which is going to happen in 3.2. If the green light is shown on the tank, don't waste your ammo, don't use it. If the red light is shown on the tank, however, that means that they have already used the active protection system. It's on cooldown, so you can do whatever you can, whatever you do, and there's no protection at all for the tank, except maybe if it got Santa's little helpers on the side. With that said, I think that's all for today. Hope you had a good time. If you like this clip, make sure to throw in a thumbs up and do subscribe to get more videos like this. Cheers!